Yeah.
So it's like an old-fashioned.
So maybe it is, I just wasn't aware of it.
What that did, and Joe Cow's a great guy, that has taken over the kids who do not go to playgrounds in the summer anymore. You can drive by this basketball court any day during the summer, or Pacheco Park. That could be an NBA basketball court. There's nobody there.
Oh, I
The
agree.
kids just don't go out. So,
But their
that-
thumbs are in great shape.
yeah. So we gotta kind of regroup our programs.
That said, if you drive there at night in the summertime, you'll see 200 kids out there playing in the league. So everything is organized, right? It's all programmed. That's what we're talking about, having programs and having oversight. And Tom, I'm not disagreeing with you as far as structures go, although we are badly in need of a concession stand at the turf field. But by the same token, do we need vacant lots that we call playgrounds?
The older kids, if you put picnic tables up, going by them so often, they're there at night, well, other things going on too.
Yeah.
And I don't mean cutting grass. So,
You mean smoking?
Thank you.
Anybody else? I just got a question. So I'm not averse to supporting a director of Parks and Rec or senior activities or kid activities. Whose budget, right? You're going to put it in your budget?
Well, it would fall under the Parks and Recreation budget, sure.
Okay,
I'm assuming.
all right,
It is in discussion.
okay.
It's in discussion.
I certainly would support it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great camera work, Tony. I was looking at that today.
Okay, we're going to go back up now to C, discussion by council vote or other action on ordinance amendment, section 15-5, 36, parking and limited parking, traffic control devices. Mr. Zowski? Oh, do we already, so there's another one for, we have to set up?
Yeah, this is my fault. I did not list it as a first reading. It should be a first reading, but I didn't.
All right, so we'll roll it over and,
next meeting.
next meeting. Is that enough time? Okay.
It's posted, I just didn't.
It's
put it on
fine,
the
it's
agenda.
not a...
Don't worry.
Okay.
We're chill.
Discussion by council vote or other action on appointments to boards or commissions. Does anybody have any recommendations for any of the boards and commissions that are listed on the agenda? Okay, we'll put that on the next agenda too.
May I just make one comment? I do know that Mr. Anderson got someone who actually is interested in zoning board second alternate today,
Oh, really?
just so you know. Gail.
Okay. Yeah.
So is that going to go so forward next week?
I'll put it on the agenda.
We got $38,000 today, and we spent,
New business. Moving on to new business. Discussion by council vote or other action on, oh, we already did that, didn't we? Yeah, we're going to go on to B, discussion by council vote or other action, proposal to amend zoning fees, but we're going to get the administrator's opinion on the next meeting on that.
We need some financial impact assessment to be able to tie into budgets. I think this is a good idea, so I'd like to get finite information as to what we see in the budget impact.
Can I just say something real quick, just
Yeah.
on that? While you guys were in executive session, I did have a conversation with Cynthia. I think there's some misconceptions on what this actually is going to address. This is not going to touch building permit fees. This is only for zoning board appearance fees. So it's not going to touch the budget for what comes in for the permit reviews, for anything that comes into any of the building inspection. This is only for the zoning board hearings. So it's not as big of an impact as it's being perceived to be. Okay.
I know we're not going to, it's not an agenda, so I want to discuss this. One of the things that's being proposed is a butter notification going from registered letter to first class.
Yes.
I just foresee this being a problem, somebody not showing up after the meeting saying, I was never notified, because you don't have someone signing off at the meeting.
Well, what we're doing is to address that, we, with the advice of the solicitor, we're actually signing off that the abutters list has been verified and mailed to the current owner. So basically, we're gonna print up the abutters notification, the abutters list from the website, check it against what's on the tax assessor's records as the owner, and those would then be sent out. But it has changed from certified mail to first class by the state naming legislation. It's not. Yes, so it's, but that's an extra step, that's an extra check-off that we will have on that.
Okay, when you say extra, so are you going to retain the registered receipt or not?
No, what we do is we're going to print off an abutters list. We'll check off that they were mailed, and it's going to be signed by both the zoning official and myself or the tax assessor to say that we checked the current records for the property owner.
Okay, I guess if it's a state of neighborhood, it's state of
Yes.
neighborhood. Okay, thanks.
Any other questions, Will?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Fireworks. Fireworks.
Mr. Gerton and Mr. Nagle, you might want to just stick around for this last one, all right?
It's going to be real fireworks.
Yeah. Just cute.
A discussion by council vote of other action, oh, by the way, I had this put on the agenda, okay? Discussion by council vote of other action on a request that the town administrator and fire marshal investigate the feasibility of conducting a fireworks display on or about the 4th of July, 2018 in the town of North Smithfield, and report their findings to the town council as soon as possible. The town administrator and fire marshal's findings should include, be limited to cost, expenses, insurance requirements, safe locations, if feasible. It is anticipated that private donations will pay for the expenses of the fireworks, and a committee will be established to facilitate the display. Just to go back, I already looked into a lot of this. The cost, Woonsocket has had a number of different vendors doing their fireworks displays, and the one that they have now, they said is the best one that they've ever dealt with. It's a company out of New Hampshire, and the cost is about $10,000 for a very good fireworks display. However, they said if you want a spectacular fireworks display, you're looking at about $15,000. This money is going to be privately, the money for this will be privately funded. And I already looked into that, and I have commitments from several people that saying that they will donate for this event. Right now, there is a place that I have in mind, but I don't want to say it publicly. I have to keep that, because I don't want it until we confirm that that is a feasible option. But I think it's something that the town should do. That we haven't done it, that we can do it. It wouldn't take a lot. I'm going to form since it's be privately funded, if I form the committee, it would be more of an informal committee though, correct? It would be,
Well, if you want to form a committee, you can do it, and it could still be a committee volunteers.
okay. Because I also have several people that have volunteered to be on the committee, and Claire is a big supporter of this idea.
Now, I'd really like to see what we had years ago in this town. We had a, youth hockey league, et cetera.
We never had fireworks.
No, that's what was the only town.
You had to
We
go to
did on
Mines
the
Garage
farm.
and get a pack of firecrackers and light them all.
No, I think it would be great. I'd like to see more things at the Chico as a center for the holidays and everything else.
Yes.
So, I mean, I have done most of the legwork on this already, so we say that we're authorizing the administrator to do all this, but I'm just letting you know that a lot of this has already been done. I have to speak with the fire marshal, the location I have, I don't foresee there being any possibility of a fire starting. If anybody has any questions regarding this.
No, I think it's a great idea, but, as long as it's private funded.
It's going to be privately funded?
And to be honest with you, I can get you a guy to do a spectacular one for 10 grand. And I'll bring him. Does one at home.
Oh, yeah?
Well, probably seen it. You need to come and see it. No.
So anyway, the date that we looked into for this, being that the 4th of July falls on a Wednesday, would be the Friday or the Saturday before the 4th of July.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we do it on the 4th of July, it's a lot more money. If you do it on a day, it gets cheaper the further away from the 4th you go.
Thanksgiving.
Can we do it in December?
But the Friday or Saturday before the 4th. Mr. Nagle?
If you get a chance, go on the Festival of Fireworks website, that's Atlas, you're probably talking about
It's
Atlas.
Atlas, yeah.
They run a fireworks display in Mashpee, New Hampshire every year. They make $500,000. Okay, they close down the little runway at the airport, that's where they run it. You can bring buses in, people get there at 10 o'clock in the morning, the whole downtown area is crowded with people, all the shops doing
That's
business.
right.
He makes $500,000 and donates all that money to the three surrounding communities. So they buy fire trucks with it every year, they put rescues with it. But take a look.
How do you charge to watch fireworks now?
It costs for a tour bus, it's like $300 for a tour bus, it's $50 per carload. They sell that out on the airport meeting, that's sold out by 10 o'clock. You can park their car and they walk in there.
No.
And all the local farmers, they all charge $25 a car to park in their car, and they have to give half.
I don't know how that would work.
I'll let you know if I can it's volleyball court.
Anyway, that
That was
was
interesting before, now, really.
It's turning greener by the,
Anyway, that's what's going on. I already, like I said, I already have some company, so I probably already have waited to 10,000 already, so.
well, just give me a name and I'll get the walker out.
Yeah, we got you. Okay.
Okay.
But there's not gonna be any action on that, so, anybody have any questions on that?
Good idea.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
What did they do, Smithfield?